Yeah. Oh, we'll get back to this. Just lined right out, right? This is an important subject matter to... You would want to do this. You would want to do...
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Like that kind of thinking
Portmanteau.
is what happens in Hollywood, and it's not because they really think that way.
Yeah,
it's because they're terrified that they step outside the lines and they'll be, oh, he's another Scott Baio or something.
I mean,
even Chris Pratt gets in trouble because he's Christian.
I saw that he was the worst Chris for a while.
Bro, he is the nicest fucking guy I've ever met in my life. I mean, I've met people equally nice.
What were people? I don't honestly. I just saw something where it was just like worst Chris or something.
I don't give a fuck what they think. They're all insane people that hate their jobs.
You're gonna try to smash
sit in front of the cubicle when their boss isn't looking. They're tweeting bad things about Chris Pratt.
It's definitely interesting though, like how the power of people though that can kind of blow up something. It's sort of like
out there. I don't have a telescope.
Just maybe not that big of a deal, and it becomes a big deal because
that's a nice way to put it. What it is a bully pylon. That's what it is. You see someone being vulnerable and you can snipe at them and you don't have any repercussions and they're not in front of you, so you attack the guy. And he's not done, he hasn't done nothing.
I honestly have no idea what the thing is. Like, the people are even like, I don't know anything about it. But
Chris Pratt is like one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. He's genuinely friendly. I've been in hunting camp with him. He's nice to everybody, to the ladies that work in the kitchen.
Where were you guys hunting?
Elk.
The system.
Where?
But then you hardline
Utah.
You pound that shit in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you just went to a camp for a couple
we're there
a weekend
for a week
or something.
Yeah, for a week.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did you get an elk?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And he did too. But my point is, I've seen him interact with people.
Sure.
Sits at these
DMT
cafeteria style tables with everybody.
It'll hit you
people
hard.
from all
Plus
walks of life. He's super normal.
Yeah.
And I've been around him multiple times like that. He's a super kind, super normal guy.
That'd be interesting.
He's fun too. He's a fun guy to be around.
I'm excited to see that Mario
movie.
Did you see that?
No.
The Mario. He's I'm pretty sure he's the voice of Mario.
Oh, the voice.
I
thought you were saying he's gonna be a live action Mario.
No, I'm pretty sure it's all animated.
The Fed.
He's what else has he done other than the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, like they're A plus B.
Oh,
he's Jurassic
Park. Yeah. No, he's in the new Jack Carr series that they're doing for Amazon.
Do you know it's an easy step.
Jack Carr is he's got these
you've seen LiDAR, you've seen
amazing
overhead cameras,
books
you've seen
about
computer
this character
engineering
James
skills,
Reese,
you've
this
seen
Navy SEAL
how you
James
could
Reese.
program any of those things. What didn't we do
thriller,
like a
action
Tom Clancy type.
Yeah, very similar. Like a Jack Reacher type thing.
Yeah. Jim's gonna tell you like Apple China, Dollar Tree,
primary
some base
character.
numbers because that's
for Amazon or something like that.
And then you get into recurring
advice. Anyway, the point is, he's one of the rare guys.
And so people are on meltdown.
He's
they
kind
have
of
no idea
outside
what's
the
going on
lines
to
in
the
terms of his
Omega
ideology.
that
He's a Christian.
Could be
And
paperwork.
he's very open about it.
You get a
because of that,
programmer,
they attack
shake
him
them out.
It's something so simple. Like he just believes in Jesus.
You're good in labor. You're good in the horse race.
A good person.
Because I'll take you down, bro. It's my house.
It's definitely
it's an
interesting time.
In there. And if it's the farm like that, and if it's a farm like that, Jamie Dimon at the desk. We do that because it's workforce function. You get Tucker's click up here or Guilford's click or however you stretch out the entropy on what that is, but you keep it in-house, you keep it under the 888 wave operators making numbers on the system. But you obviously have dark matter problems, which comes a whole lot of gravity calculator, cleanup, actions, spooky distances, you hit the rabbit. What the fuck are you doing as a rabbit?
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better.
Get iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
Better.
And up to $1,000 when you switch.
Growing
because everyone deserves better.
Bit staking, Tesla stock taking on.
Garrett Nelson is an analyst at CFRA.
Anything on the algorithm
Garrett,
either figures it out, hardlines it over a time period of baby boomers.
Combination of the three. It's Elon Musk selling a lot of stock.
Inside the GameStop jump, inside the ARG goes plus old hits. Well, that's that version. You could go several. Again, in terms of the Tesla original model for electromagnetism mentions on wave function, any diagram, variant, rocket, ship, variant, or how it's tracked at that moment.
And there's
in
other
the
factors
pipes of
such as these
Tendril passing through to
chip
SpaceX, right?
shortages and supply chain issues, which we see lingering well into 2022.
But the first one you mentioned, which are his sales, are nothing fundamental about the stock. You know, so if I were a buyer and I liked it for all the other reasons, his sales would be a
Well,
gift.
like I said,
It
a
gives
lot
me
of
an
the
entry
tech
point
goes
20%
to, well,
lower
firstly
than
it's
what I
cheap
would have had a few
thing,
weeks
overhead
ago.
cameras on the system,
We think that's right. However, we think the
POV
stock
variances, and, you know, from that it becomes easy at Tesla. Okay, let's take it to the Mars base on the pod of turning that into a platform of people, jobs, systems, infrastructure, bases, fractal shares, manual fractals at the computer level of programming base, because stepping base there would be a lot of time tax. You're going to be switching off to trig on ways to describe that.
Remind me what your price target is.
T over 2, or
it's
2 over pi.
875.
And 875 means
and one
while we
half
could have a
turns
little bit
into
more
that diagram right
downside, you're
there at
starting to
that
see this
turnover of beta U, beta V
valuation making
through
sense to you.
Tendril.
So then
Like I
what
said,
do you
you
think
get it on
we
that
should
kind
consider
of
in
stick.
terms of the legitimate competitive pressures
It'll
from something like
dance,
Rivian?
man.
On the
That
one
thing
hand,
to me
Motor
will
Trend's
dance. Look at
car
that.
of the year.
Exactly
On the
where I
other
want to be
hand,
when I
they're
want
a
to be
minnow
there.
compared to how big Tesla is.
And if you manage it too much, too not
We
enough,
still,
and a lot of
think
people like
Tesla
that.
has
You let
major
them get,
competitive
some of those get out there and people
advantages
play some
longer
bet kings
term.
on Tesla
When you
because
look at their goal
you have to
being
look at the
grow their
overall
annual,
value of
auto
bit
volumes
and
by a
understand like
factor of
Kenyan
40
dollars and
over
again
the 500,000
American dollars. That algorithm is
autos that
AB
they
easy
sold
enough
in
to
2020.
figure
So
out,
they want to grow
easy
that to about
checkies to
20
look up, has
million
base
units a year
hydrogen wave
in
function
the year
principles of
2030. So we think
position.
they have
And
a
so at
significant
mine,
competitive-
being this neural net,
significant
would
cost of
correlate to the
capital
same
advantage.
limits a computer
However,
would
what you
have,
are
even though a
seeing,
computer has a limit
from
of
Lucid Air, for
10 to the
example,
32nd
is
to
a
16 million,
product
18 million,
with
whatever.
specs that are on par or even superior to a Tesla product,
The
which we
base
haven't
trig,
seen in the marketplace
nice.
until recently.
Absolutely, and maybe it's a preview of what's to come. But then they did just announce,
The overall
or
ones would
maybe it was
do
a
what
Musk tweet where he
Snake
said
all
Cybertruck's
the other
now going
ones
to be a
would do.
quad motor.
And you might be able to
Are they
augment
going to be
those
able to
things,
just
say
keep
they're in
up with all of these
sectors,
new
but
features
it's
competitors are
dropping.
offering?
So yeah, you save
It's
the
going to be
system across the
difficult. When you look at
herd is the
Tesla's
market.
market
That's
share
sitting
of
money
US
looking.
EV
It's looking at money right now
they're
because
close
it's a
to
lot in there.
80% market share of
It
all electric
should
vehicles sold in the
trickle up
US.
based on the regular
It's hard to
market.
imagine
These
that market
numbers
share
are
growing any further from
differentiated
here.
on
And
weights
that's
and
really
plates of
where
its
Tesla
own
has
base
excelled over
system.
the last 5 or
Fine.
6 years.
That is fine,
Growing
staying
that
kind of
market
that
share
herd
dramatically
range
and
because
becoming a major
they share
player.
certain
But you're
mechanics
gonna
if
have a
they've
lot more competition. You're
platformed
seeing it
for
now.
at
You're gonna have a
least
whole lot more
a base section.
competition
And
showing
you would
up.
say, well, I need at least a year and a half regardless of what the business is. It's 2-year pause, AR670 dash or AR600.